Kendall Gretsch was born on April 2, 1992, in Downers Grove, Illinois, with spina bifida, a condition that affects the spine and causes various physical limitations. From the beginning, Kendall's life was shaped by challenges related to her disability, including restricted mobility and the need for multiple surgeries. However, these obstacles did not define her childhood, thanks to the strong support of her family and her determination to remain active. Kendall's family played a critical role in fostering her resilience and independence. They encouraged her to stay active, despite her disability, and helped her find ways to overcome the limitations imposed by spina bifida. This support extended to Kendall's early interest in sports, which became a key part of her development. Her parents enrolled her in swimming at a young age, giving her the opportunity to explore her physical potential in the water, where she experienced freedom of movement that she didn't have on land. Swimming became an outlet for Kendall's energy and a space where she could fully embrace her athleticism, building both physical strength and self-confidence. Swimming was not just a recreational activity for Kendall, it was the foundation for her athletic journey. The pool allowed her to develop her endurance, competitive spirit, and focus, all of which would later be crucial in her career as a Paralympic athlete. Kendall's love for swimming set the stage for her involvement in other sports, including triathlon, where she would later excel. The exposure to sports during her formative years helped Kendall realize that her disability didn't have to limit her potential. Instead, it became a driving force behind her pursuit of excellence. Her early experience in swimming laid the groundwork for the athletic mindset she would carry into her multi-sport Paralympic career. Kendall Gretsch's introduction to triathlon came during her time in college. While she had been active in swimming throughout her youth, it wasn't until her sophomore year that she discovered triathlon. A local triathlon club encouraged her to join, and from that moment, Kendall was hooked on the sport. Triathlon's combination of swimming, cycling, and running offered her a new and exciting challenge, one that allowed her to push her physical limits in ways she hadn't before. Kendall's motivation to compete came from her natural drive to excel and a desire to test herself in different disciplines. Swimming had always been her foundation, but triathlon introduced her to cycling and hand cycling, which opened up new opportunities for growth. Although Kendall was born with spina bifida, she never saw her disability as a barrier to her success. Instead, she approached each new challenge with the mindset that hard work and determination could overcome any limitation. Her rise in the sport was nothing short of remarkable. Within a few years of starting triathlon, Kendall was competing at the highest levels. Her natural talent, coupled with her relentless work ethic, helped her secure titles and accolades, including being named the 2014 Female Triathlete of the Year by USA Triathlon. This recognition came after several World Championship victories, solidifying her status as one of the top athletes in her field. Kendall's transition from swimmer to top paratriathlete was a blend of perseverance, adaptability, and passion for competition. The triathlon's multi-sport format allowed her to develop a versatile skill set, and her rapid rise was fueled by her competitive spirit and dedication. By the time she reached the 2014 season, Kendall had become a dominant force in triathlon, setting the stage for her future Paralympic success. In 2016, Kendall Gretsch faced a major setback when she learned that her triathlon category wouldn't be included in the Rio Paralympics. As a top competitor in the sport, this exclusion was deeply disappointing. For years, she had dedicated herself to the triathlon, becoming a world champion and earning the title of Female Triathlete of the Year in 2014. The dream of competing in the Paralympics had been a driving force behind her hard work, but with the Rio Games out of reach, Kendall had to reassess her path. Instead of allowing the disappointment to deter her, Kendall decided to seek out a new avenue to fulfill her Paralympic aspirations. That's when she turned to Nordic skiing, a completely new and unfamiliar sport for her. Undeterred by the challenges of learning a new discipline, she committed to mastering biathlon and cross-country skiing. Her endurance and background in triathlon equipped her for the rigorous demands of skiing, but biathlon also required precision marksmanship, a skill she had never practiced before. The transition wasn't easy, but Kendall's determination drove her to overcome the steep learning curve. Motivated by her desire to compete on the world's biggest stage, she pushed through the difficulties of adapting to winter sports. Nordic skiing gave her a new goal, and Kendall quickly made a name for herself in the sport. By 2018, just 2 years after she began skiing, Kendall qualified for the Pyeongchang Winter Paralympics. There, she delivered a breakout performance, winning 2 gold medals in biathlon and cross-country skiing. Her success was a testament to her resilience and adaptability. Despite the disappointment of Rio, Kendall found a way to achieve her Paralympic dream by pursuing a completely different path. This journey, from heartbreak to triumph, showcases Kendall's incredible mental toughness. Instead of giving up, she embraced a new challenge, proving that setbacks can open doors to even greater successes. Kendall Gretsch's debut at the 2018 Pyeongchang Winter Paralympics was nothing short of extraordinary. Competing in biathlon and cross-country skiing, sports she had only taken up 2 years prior, Kendall defied all expectations and won 2 gold medals, instantly making her one of Team USA's standout athletes. Her first victory came in the 6 km sitting biathlon, where she made history by becoming the first American woman to win gold in biathlon at either the Olympics or Paralympics. She followed this with another gold in the 12 km cross-country skiing event, further cementing her dominance in winter sports. The key to Kendall's success lay in her relentless work ethic and the athletic foundation she built through her years of competing in para-triathlon. Her background in endurance sports, specifically triathlon, gave her the stamina and mental fortitude required to thrive in cross-country skiing, a sport that demands both strength and endurance. However, biathlon was a different challenge altogether, combining intense skiing with the precision of shooting. Despite being new to the sport, Kendall quickly adapted, learning to balance the adrenaline of racing with the calm focus required for marksmanship. Kendall's determination to learn and improve, combined with her natural athletic ability, allowed her to excel in these winter sports far more quickly than anyone expected. In interviews, Kendall has spoken about how humbling it was to achieve such success in biathlon, especially given the short time she had to prepare for it. Becoming the first American woman to win gold in biathlon was a defining moment for her, not just personally but for Team USA as a whole, marking a historic achievement in Paralympic history. Her stunning breakthrough at Pyeongchang proved that Kendall's athletic potential was not confined to a single sport, and it set the stage for her future success as a multi-sport Paralympian. It also showcased her ability to rise to new challenges, adapt quickly, and perform at the highest level under pressure, qualities that have defined her career. Kendall Gretsch's transition back to summer sports after her triumph at the 2018 Winter Paralympics was nothing short of impressive. Just 3 years later, at the 2020 Tokyo Paralympics, she dominated again, winning gold in the women's PTWC para-triathlon. This victory not only solidified her status as a multi-sport athlete but also made her one of the few Americans to win gold medals at both the Summer and Winter Paralympics. Kendall's versatility as an athlete is extraordinary. Competing in 2 vastly different sports, triathlon and Nordic skiing, requires distinct skill sets. Triathlon demands a high level of endurance, combining swimming, hand cycling, and wheelchair racing, while Nordic skiing involves not only endurance but also strength and precision, particularly in biathlon where skiing is paired with shooting. Despite these differences, Kendall has excelled in both arenas, showcasing her adaptability and mental toughness. To balance the demands of training for 2 sports, Kendall relies on a rigorous year-round schedule. For her summer triathlon training, she focuses on swimming, hand cycling, and wheelchair racing, building cardiovascular endurance and speed. Transitioning to winter sports means shifting to cross-country skiing and shooting practice for biathlon. This requires a blend of upper body strength and endurance for skiing and intense focus for shooting, all while managing the cold, outdoor elements. Kendall has noted that her training in one sport often complements the other, especially in terms of endurance and strength, allowing her to maintain a high level of fitness year-round. Kendall's dominance in both Summer and Winter Paralympics showcases her ability to not only adapt to different sports but to excel at them, setting a new standard for multi-sport Paralympic athletes. Her journey also highlights the mental resilience required to balance two demanding sports and succeed at the highest levels. By becoming one of the few athletes to win gold in both the Summer and Winter Games, Kendall has proven that limits are meant to be pushed, and her story continues to inspire athletes across all disciplines. Kendall Gretsch's journey to becoming a multi-sport Paralympic champion has required immense mental and physical resilience. Training for two grueling sports, triathlon and Nordic skiing, has presented her with numerous challenges, but Kendall has displayed a remarkable ability to push through adversity, maintaining a high level of performance in both disciplines. Physically, Kendall has had to adapt her body to meet the demands of two very different sports. Triathlon, a summer sport, requires endurance and speed across swimming, hand cycling, and wheelchair racing. In contrast, Nordic skiing, particularly biathlon, demands both strength and cardiovascular endurance while balancing the need for shooting accuracy under fatigue. The variety of training necessary for these sports often puts immense strain on the body. Kendall's success has come from managing this strain effectively, with a focus on recovery and injury prevention. She has embraced cross-training, using her time in triathlon to build her cardiovascular endurance and upper body strength, which translates well to skiing. In addition to the physical toll, Kendall has had to maintain a laser-sharp mental focus. Competing at the highest levels in two sports requires constant mental resilience. One of the biggest challenges for Kendall has been staying disciplined through long training sessions while also managing the physical fatigue that comes with intense competition. Balancing these sports, which operate on different schedules with unique competition cycles, means that Kendall has to be strategic about how she trains and competes, often shifting her focus from one sport to the other without losing her edge in either. Mentally, Kendall copes with the pressures of elite competition by setting specific goals for both sports, which allows her to stay motivated and focused. She has spoken about the importance of maintaining a growth mindset, viewing every challenge or setback as an opportunity to improve. This mentality helps her navigate the inevitable highs and lows of training and competition, especially when the expectations are high. Whether she's pushing through tough workouts, recovering from injuries, or performing under the bright lights of the Paralympics, Kendall's mental toughness has been her key to sustaining success across both disciplines. Through it all, Kendall remains grounded, leaning on her support network of coaches, family, and fellow athletes who help her manage the mental strain that comes with competing in two demanding sports. Her perseverance and adaptability have allowed her to thrive, setting her apart as one of the most versatile athletes in Paralympic history. As Kendall Gretsch prepares for the 2024 Paralympic Games in Paris, her training has continued to evolve to meet the demands of both triathlon and winter sports, reflecting her commitment to competing at the highest level across multiple disciplines. Now one of the few athletes to have achieved gold in both the Summer and Winter Paralympics, her focus for Paris is clear: to defend her title in paratriathlon while maintaining the elite performance she has shown in Nordic skiing. Her training has become increasingly specialized as she balances two very different sports. For triathlon, Kendall's routine focuses on swimming, hand cycling, and wheelchair racing. These disciplines require building endurance, speed, and stamina, but they also involve careful attention to technique, particularly in transitions between each sport. The physical and cardiovascular demands are intense, so her training incorporates both high-volume sessions and strategic rest to prevent overtraining. In contrast, as she also competes in Nordic skiing, her off-season preparation for the Winter Paralympics requires time on the slopes, particularly working on cross-country skiing technique and precision shooting for biathlon. This dual commitment has pushed Kendall to refine her training schedule, incorporating more recovery and mental conditioning to ensure she is able to switch between disciplines seamlessly. She's also adapted her nutrition and recovery strategies to help her body cope with the distinct demands of each sport. Kendall's motivation to keep competing comes from her drive to continue breaking barriers and pushing the limits of what athletes with disabilities can achieve. Having already cemented her legacy in both Summer and Winter Paralympics, she views Paris 2024 as another opportunity to demonstrate her versatility and determination. Additionally, Kendall has always been driven by her desire to inspire others with disabilities, showing them that there are no limits to what they can accomplish. This motivation, combined with her fierce competitive nature, keeps her focused as she trains for the 2024 Games. Balancing her ambitions in triathlon and skiing is no small feat, but Kendall's discipline and passion have enabled her to excel. She continues to demonstrate that with the right mindset and support, it's possible to be a champion across multiple sports and seasons. Looking toward Paris 2024, her goal is not only to add to her medal collection but also to continue showing the world the incredible potential of adaptive athletes. Outside of her athletic career, Kendall Gretsch works as a technical support specialist for a healthcare software company. Balancing her professional life with elite-level competition in two sports is a unique challenge that requires exceptional time management, discipline, and focus. However, Kendall has found ways to successfully integrate her dual career, demonstrating the same dedication in her professional life as she does in her sports. Managing a full-time job while competing at an elite level requires flexibility and careful planning. Kendall often adjusts her work schedule around her training sessions, using early mornings or evenings to fit in workouts. Her job in healthcare software offers a degree of flexibility, allowing her to work remotely when traveling for competitions or training camps. This arrangement helps Kendall maintain consistency in both areas of her life, though it requires constant communication with her employer and a great deal of personal organization. The rewards of balancing both careers are significant for Kendall. Professionally, her work keeps her mentally engaged and offers a break from the physical demands of training. It also provides a sense of fulfillment outside of sports, allowing her to develop skills in problem-solving and technology that she can apply long after her athletic career ends. At the same time, Kendall's athletic pursuits feed her competitive spirit, helping her stay motivated in both her professional and sporting goals. However, the challenges are undeniable. Competing at the highest level requires intense physical and mental commitment, and balancing that with a demanding job can sometimes feel overwhelming. Kendall has to prioritize recovery and rest, ensuring that she doesn't sacrifice her performance in either field. Finding the right balance between work, training, and downtime is a constant juggling act, but it's one that Kendall handles with remarkable resilience and determination. Ultimately, Kendall Gretsch's ability to balance her professional and athletic careers speaks to her exceptional work ethic and adaptability. By thriving in both arenas, she continues to set an example for aspiring athletes, proving that with the right support and determination, it is possible to excel in both your professional life and in competitive sports. Kendall Gretsch has made a significant impact on adaptive sports, using her platform to raise awareness about disability and advocate for the inclusion of athletes with disabilities. As a multi-sport Paralympian who has succeeded in both Summer and Winter Paralympics, she has become a powerful role model, inspiring individuals with disabilities to pursue sports and break barriers. Her story proves that physical limitations do not define one's potential, and she actively promotes the message that adaptive sports can open up new avenues for achievement, confidence, and community. Kendall's success has also helped bring greater visibility to adaptive sports, particularly for women. By excelling in both triathlon and Nordic skiing, she has shown that athletes with disabilities can compete at the highest levels across multiple disciplines, encouraging young athletes to explore their own capabilities. Her achievements have challenged the traditional perceptions of disability, moving beyond a focus on limitations to emphasize strength, skill, and resilience. Kendall uses her platform to advocate for greater accessibility in sports and beyond. She is involved in various initiatives to promote adaptive sports programs, working with organizations that focus on increasing access to equipment, facilities, and coaching for athletes with disabilities. By participating in events and speaking out on disability awareness, Kendall helps to highlight the importance of inclusivity in all areas of life, not just in sports. Her advocacy work extends to encouraging changes in policy and infrastructure that can make adaptive sports more accessible to all. She often emphasizes the need for better support systems for athletes with disabilities, including funding, access to training facilities, and public awareness. Kendall's influence has sparked greater discussions about how to create more inclusive environments where athletes of all abilities can thrive. Through her efforts, Kendall has inspired a new generation of adaptive athletes and helped to foster a more inclusive sports culture. Her legacy goes beyond her medal count. She has become a leading figure in the movement for greater recognition and opportunities for athletes with disabilities, leaving a lasting impact on both adaptive sports and society's understanding of what it means to be an athlete. Kendall Gretsch's legacy as one of the most versatile and accomplished Paralympic athletes is already well established. Her unparalleled success across both Summer and Winter Paralympics, including multiple gold medals in triathlon and Nordic skiing, has solidified her place in Paralympic history. Kendall is one of the few athletes in the world to achieve gold in both the Summer and Winter Games, a feat that speaks to her adaptability, resilience, and exceptional athletic ability. Kendall views her contributions to the Paralympic movement with pride, particularly as she continues to break barriers and inspire others. Her achievements in both seasons of competition have not only elevated her own career but also helped increase the visibility and respect for Paralympic athletes across multiple disciplines. Kendall often reflects on the impact she has had in showing young athletes, especially those with disabilities, that they can excel in any field they choose, regardless of physical limitations. Her versatility and willingness to transition between sports have set an example for future generations, emphasizing that one's athletic potential is boundless. In addition to her athletic success, Kendall has made significant contributions to adaptive sports advocacy, helping to raise awareness and promote accessibility for athletes with disabilities. Her leadership in this area will likely be a major part of her legacy as she continues to push for greater inclusion and opportunities for disabled athletes worldwide. As for the future, Kendall remains focused on her upcoming competitions, particularly the 2024 Paris Paralympics, where she aims to defend her title in the para-triathlon. Beyond her athletic career, Kendall has expressed interest in continuing her advocacy work, expanding access to adaptive sports, and mentoring the next generation of athletes. She has also hinted at the possibility of pursuing leadership roles within sports organizations, aiming to influence policies that ensure equal opportunities for athletes with disabilities. Kendall's future aspirations are rooted in her desire to leave a lasting impact, not only in the world of sports but also in society's broader understanding of disability and inclusion. Her determination to continue competing and contributing to the growth of adaptive sports ensures that her influence will endure long after she steps away from competition.